Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on weird and true mysterious stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Case file number 1491, written by Arielxxlee. The Mysterious Return of the Skeleton Key. My dad loved to find things that other people were throwing away, mostly furniture, art, etc. He found an old wooden dresser in the trash. He refurbished it, sanded it down, and stained the wood. It was beautiful and looked brand new when he was done with it. Anyway, that dresser was in my room literally my whole life. When I was in high school, my dad revealed to me that if you pull out the top drawer, there was a hook back there with a skeleton key hanging on it that would lock the bottom drawer. This blew my mind in itself. That whole time, this dresser in my room for 10 years had the key inside of it to lock the drawer with. He didn't want to tell me when I was younger because he didn't want me to lose the key. My senior year of high school, 2008, my parents got divorced and we moved houses. I ended up losing the key to the dresser. I was so upset that I lost the key. My dad waited years to tell me about the key because he knew I'd lose it. But I still had the dresser. 2 years ago, 14 years since I had moved, I was at my mom's house just helping out with chores. I had just vacuumed and was putting the vacuum away, admiring the freshly vacuumed carpet. I saw something on the carpet. It almost blended in with the design on the oriental rug, but it was shiny. I bent down to find a skeleton key on the ground. At the time, I thought it was the key to my mom's cabinet in the kitchen, which I thought was weird. We always just left it in the lock. I walked over to the cabinet, but the key was already in the lock. I was totally confused where this key even came from or what it went to. I had just vacuumed the carpet. There's no way it was laying there without me sucking it up in the vacuum. A week or two after I found the key, I had put it out of my mind and forgot all about it. I was laying down for bed, on the brink of falling asleep, when I thought, what if this is the key to my dresser? I instantly jumped out of bed, ran downstairs, grabbed the key, and went to the dresser to check. The key worked. It was my key that I hadn't seen in so many years. I was so upset with myself over losing that key, I never told my dad that I had lost it. I immediately called him and told him that I lost it all those years ago, and it just came back to me. Quite literally appearing out of nowhere. Still blows my mind to think about. Case notes of file 1491. The Mysterious Return of the Skeleton Key. Okay, so yeah, why in that moment? You were vacuuming the carpet. Now, the vacuums I've had were never powerful enough to suck up a key, but you would still hear it jingle. You would hear it as the vacuum passed over it. That's undeniable. You would know a key was there if it was, even if it wasn't sucked directly into the vacuum. So indeed, it wasn't there, and then it was. Someone put it there. For a dresser. I mean, this harkens back to the incident where someone sent their jewelry back to Amazon and then it just reappeared to them. It didn't fit, so it wasn't for them. This key is going to somehow play an important role in your life in the future. It's fun to speculate on how, but honestly, I guess that's impossible to know. Keep your quest item. Keep it close, and don't lose it this time. Case file number 1492, written by K. Dangelo 811. My toddler's fall defies the laws of physics. It was spring of 1999 in New York City. I was spending the morning with my infant and toddler sons at the Museum of Natural History. We were in the lobby. I had the baby in an infant carrier on my chest. My 2.5-year-old was in the front seat of a double stroller. It was a well-made stroller, but the design was terrible. They don't even make strollers like it now. It was pretty much 2 full-size strollers, one in front of the other. It was too long and narrow, unwieldy, and hard to manage. I was helping my son get out of the front seat. He was a well-coordinated, agile kid, so our move was I would put them on all brakes, then hold his hand as he stood on the stroller bar and jump to the ground. Easy peasy. We'd been doing it for 2 months, except this time it went wrong. I was holding his hand with one hand, had my other arm around the baby on my chest. As he jumped, something went wrong with the brakes. The stroller swung out from under him mid-jump. His feet slipped up in the air and he fell to the ground head first. I wasn't able to get my other hand free in time to catch him. It was paralyzingly terrifying. Everything was in slow motion and it seemed like it got dark and all sound stopped. I watched him head first for the solid stone floor of the lobby of the museum. There was no way to stop it. And then all at once, the sound came back and there he was, standing in front of me. Safe and sound, feet on the ground. What the hell? I was so stunned and shaken and felt like I was going to cry. I hugged him and held him close. I was looking around to see if anyone had noticed anything strange. Everyone was just doing their thing. I guess I must have looked startled because he said, "What, Mommy?" I was so wigged out I just could not talk about it. He is 27 now and doesn't remember any of it. But I really wish I had asked him then what he had experienced. He was verbally precocious and had quite a lot to say at that age. I wonder what his answer would have been. I didn't believe in glitches before that. No possible way that could have happened without a full-on 100% glitch. Question suivante, 1492. My toddler's fall defies the laws of physics. One thing I've been wondering is, we know that the laws of physics include quantum immortality. I have seen sufficient evidence to be compelled to believe that. Maybe we're wrong, but as far as I understand, that's a fact of nature. So, given that, what I want to know is, does quantum immortality only happen if your physical body dies? What about if there's enough trauma to your soul, to the memories of the body that are impacting the soul? In this case, a honest, unavoidable mistake leads to the death of your child, and that trauma completely destroys you. Now, your physical body is still alive and well, but your mental state is gone. You become loopy. Can the soul jump bodies at that point? I think that's possible. And I think it would explain why some people become almost catatonic after incidents like this. That would explain it. The animating force of the soul fled because there was too much trauma, too much pain. This could have been a case of quantum immortality where in the original universe, your son really did die from this fall. Or maybe didn't even die, but just was so injured that he was left catatonic as well. And so because of that, you blamed yourself, there was too much guilt, too much pain, and your soul fled to a different universe. I could see that being a case. I think if this is a simulation, for instance, maybe in the real world, you're made aware of that, and like you recheck the game, you reload from a save point almost, or just hop over to a different server. So that is just hypothesis though. The other possibility is that a guardian angel did intervene to protect your son, and of course, in this case, yourself as well. Yeah, one or the other. But I do think it makes some sense that quantum immortality could apply even if your body's still alive. Why not? If your body is alive but just unusable. And now time for the poem of the day. In the face of strife, we stand so tall. Adversity's challenge, we heed the call. Through trials and storms, we find our way, for strength is born on the darkest day. With each obstacle, a chance to grow, to rise above and let resilience show. Though shadows loom and doubts may creep, our spirit's flame we vow to keep. In the dance of life, amidst the fray, we navigate the rough and sway, for in the heart of every trial lies the seed of our survival. So let adversity be our guide, to push beyond, to reach inside. For in the struggle we find our might, and emerge from darkness into the light. We grow through pain, we grow through adversity, we grow through challenge, we go through weights being put on our back, not always voluntarily. But I think the best weights are those we put on ourselves, that we choose to bear, and then we press on, and we grow and we level up as a result. Now, sometimes the weight will just crush you. Like in the story I just read. It's that old saying again, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's not always true, but I think it's a good general quote. Like the video, hit the bell, subscribe. Kinetic Symphony signing off.